take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. And over the last several years, whenever these two teams have gotten together, high stakes, playoff games, conference championship implications, all on the line. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to Holly Rose.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of this season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive when Oregon takes on Ohio State. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and more. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has
picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he makes the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Defense not showing press coverage. They'll go play action with Moore. Pressure coming, and down he goes.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore. He's going for it all. Goes high to pull it in. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Trying to run, it's Hill. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the tight end. Tavian on the play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? Tavian St. Clair throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Flying down the right side. At the this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he tacked on the extra point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Quick release by the QB. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
Man, that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Makes the catch. Makes the grab in their space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's more to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So first down here as they go back to work. They send the tight end in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face and makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on fourth down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ducks! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. State sending out the offense to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throwing St. Clair. Could not make his way to the corner. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams. Both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
It'll be 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Run the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Finds a man on the left. Breaks into the open. Inside the... all the way! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Throwing more. Scrambling away. He throws one to the left. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Dante Moore. This time on target. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Moore to the air again. Here's a heat. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be fourth down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Fourth down, Moore. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They'll send the back in motion. St. Clair. Oh, they're after him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And he couldn't save the down or the yardage after the intentional grounding call. It'll be second and long. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Booster!
He wants to change this route.
Hydro! Go!
St. Clair from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead's extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, what a move to get room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Motion from the wideout. Let it go. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tavian St. Clair. Got his man. Across the 20. Makes the catch, and he's free. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he tacks on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Moore to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Motion from the back. Moore will throw. On target.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Throwing Moore. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's his 2nd sack of the day. And guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He's going to take off. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dante Moore. Rushes on him. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the Wolverines, with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll open the second half with a run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. DBs will try to keep everything in front. DBs right up on the receivers. Here's Moore to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Past the 40. Makes a grab and room to run. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Again, it's Moore. On target. Turning it on. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver comes in motion. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense, seeing the ball spit out wide to a playmaker, being ready for it, and getting him on the ground.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Throwing more. Bringing the heat. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. The second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone.
Ready? Black 14. Black 14. Go. Where did he go?
Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Ready, go!
Looking for space. It's Jackson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Throwing St. Clair. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Here we go. Ready, go!
The run inside. It's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They boot it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Dante Moore. Trying to beat the D deep. Goes high to pull it in. Finds some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
And right down the middle. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
St. Clair got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got him. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll move the wide receiver. St. Clair from the gun on third down. Working that left side now. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play.
Go, go!
Tavian St. Clair. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty.
Here we go, ready. Blue, dirty, blue,
Motion from the wide receiver.
Where did he go?
Running inside. It's Cross. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It'll be 3rd and long.
Booster, booster! Shift.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Throwing St. Clair. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. St. Clair flushed out of the pocket. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Check. 95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge.
Might be calling a hot route.
Ready. KD8. Return. Ready, go.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable.
Level. Freeze. Go.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long.
Sweep. Squid. Where did he go?
Tavian St. Clair buys a little extra time. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Dead center perfect. And they'll push. Punts it out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And Jesse just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.